And this next matchup, this hand looks fantastic. Miracle Rupture, sending Weathering Soldier. Weathering Soldier, getting Fossil Fusion. Okay, first time with Triamids. Let's go on a new adventure with the Triamid stuff. So Triamids, Dancer, Hunter, and Master, they all do something on the field, which is once per turn during your opponent's turn, target one Triamid field spell card in your field zone, send it, and if you do, straight up activate one of the Triamid field spells with a different name. And it is a quick effect. Triamid Dancer, once per turn, target one Triamid card in your graveyard, shuffle it back, and if you do, all rocks gain 500 attack and defense, and it is a perma boost. Hunter, if a field spell card is face up anywhere on the field, it doesn't matter whose, this is the double summon of rocks. Triamid Master, send one face up Triamid card, spell trap included, you control to the graveyard, then target one set card anywhere on the field, kill it. And then Triamid Sphinx, the Triamid boss of the deck. Can't be normal summon set, must be special with a Triamid card effect and no other ways. So much for Velma stealing it. If a face-up Triamid cards you control that isn't Sphinx gets killed by battle or card effect, free special from hand. While you control another Triamid card, spell trap included, this card gains extra 500 attack and defense for each field spell with a different name in your graveyard. Also, monsters your opponent controls cannot attack except to attack the Sphinx. The one lone trap card of Triamid Pulse. Banish 2 cards from your graveyard in any combinations of rock and or field spells to activate one of the 3 effects. And it is a soft once per turn. Target one face up card anywhere on the field, kill it. Target one rock monster in your graveyard, specially in defense, otherwise target up to 3 field spell cards in your graveyard. Shuffle them back, draw one. As for the Triamid spells, starting with loading. For Triamids, they must see loading at all times. If they keep loading up, and if your opponent doesn't know how to get rid of it or doesn't know what they're doing against Triamids, they're basically going to lose to Triamids. If a field spell is placed face up in the field zone, add one Triamid spell trap from deck to the hand that isn't loading. And if a face up rock monsters you control gets killed by battle or opponent's card effect, special one Triamid with a different name from your deck. So this is the what I like to call Amazoness Village of the Triamids. Now, the 3 field spells. King Golem, Cruiser, and Fortress. Fortress buffs up 500 defense to all rocks. King Golem buffs up all rock monsters 500 attack. And then Cruiser, each time, no matter how many times, and it is a continuous effect, a rock type is normal summon, gain 500 life. Fortress here, if this face-up card in the field zone gets into the graveyard, basically all of them do the same thing once it gets sent. Fortress does the recursion of Triamid monster from graveyard to hand. Cruiser does the search of a Triamid monster from deck to hand, and then King Golem does the special summon of a Triamid monster from your hand, and that is literally every single Triamid card covered. So Cruiser gets fired off. Normal summon Dancer, 500 life. Drew one Ditch, the Olanoid, fires off the loading, and then one set. Evenly matched. Solemn Judgment. Activates the Awakening spell. Normal to win. Special Gigabyte, Dark Ruler, just so that Trimid Dancer will not be able to send it a field spell to the graveyard just to place itself, and loading will not have access. Dancer attempts to activate. Target the cruiser. Nope. Negate it. Off from Dark Ruler. Gets rid of cruiser for Fortress. In response, partnerships 2 special heater from hand and then kill something, and then Olenoids from grave, revive it back. Kill the loading. Awakening spell and cruiser, of course. Cruiser gets the Sphinx. Awakening spell drew into another Dark Ruler. Dancer shuffles loading back. Extra 5. Switch to defense. Spirit Charmers ditch Dark Ruler. Grabs Alsa, sending the trap. Noma to Alsa. Awakening spell, draw to Lina, and this is lethal thanks to Solemn Judgment. Hita over Dancer, Gigabyte into Olenoids, and then lethal. And this next matchup, this hand, I think we're okay. Okay, first time with War Rocks. So, the way how this whole entire concept of the deck works is they all do something, with the exception of Gyarados over here, is that upon any Earth Warrior monster battles, after damage calc, if they're still alive, by the way, they tend to do something. Fortia is your Stratos of War Rock cards, spells and traps included that isn't himself. Wento, as a quick effect, pay 800 life, your battling monster gains 800 attack. And then Orpus here, Earth Warrior monster battles. After damage calc, send 1 Earth Warrior from dead to graveyard. And then Mahmood, target 1 spell trap your opponent controls, kill it. And then Skylar is the Monster Reborn, level 5 or lower warriors. And of course, the War Rocks gain the 200 attack, so that would be the likes of Fortia. Wento does the attack gain boost of 800 instead of 200. Orpus gains the 2. Mahmood gains the 2. Skylar gains the 2. And then Meteor Dragon also gains the 2, but he does something actually different. Can't be killed by opponent's card effects. When an attack is declaring involving this card and an opponent's monster, negate that monster's effect as well as the same original names. And then once per turn during the battle phase in which Earth Warrior monster battles, make all War Rocks gain extra 2 until the end of your opponent's turn. Also, Meteor Dragon makes up 2 attacks. So Cyber Twin, 2 attacks on monsters. And then Bashilios. Bashilios, on the other hand, this one makes it enables to have Bashilios direct attack. And of course, Bashilios makes the War Rocks gain the extra 200 as well. And then on top of that, while this card is in your hand or graveyard, when your Earth Warrior monster gets killed by battle, free special from hand but banish it whenever it leaves. And then the lower level War Rocks, if this card gets sent from monster zone to your graveyard just because of opponent's card effects. The lower levels, specials 1 level 5 or higher, War Rocks from hand or deck. And then I believe that is every last War Rock covered. Oh, Skylar does something a little bit different too. Aside from the 200 boost, also for the rest of this turn, you cannot attack directly with level 5 or lower monsters. Alright, a little niche side effect there. And then the 2 War Rock traps. Generations followed by Big Blow. Generation states, during the battle phase, if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, special 1 War Rock monster from your deck, and if you activated this card during your opponent's turn for the rest of this turn, while you control that face-up special summon monster, your opponent's monsters cannot attack except to attack that monster. Activate generations per turn. And then Big Blow, hard once. During the main phase, if a face-up War Rock you control leaves the field by an opponent's card effect, does not target destroy up to 2 cards your opponent controls. And then the 4 War Rock spells. War Rock Spirit, quick play spell. During the battle phase, no matter whose battle phase it is, target 1 War Rock in your graveyard, then activate one of those. It's special in attack, but effects are negated and it cannot attack directly. If summoned from defense, the first time each War Rock monster will be killed by battle this turn, it is not. War Rock Dignity states that it is hard once and you must control a War Rock monster in order for this effect to work. When a opponent's monster controls activates its effects, negate that effect. Otherwise, during the battle phase, when your opponent activates a spell trap card or a monster effect, negate that effect. War Rock Ordeal states that you can only control 1 at a time. Reminds me of Amazoness Tiger about controlling 1 at a time. When this card is activated, place 3 counters on it. When your War Rock monster kills an opponent's monster by battle, it sends to the graveyard, remove 1 counter from this, and if you do, draw 1 card. If that last counter is removed off from this effect, send it to the graveyard. And last but not least, War Rock Mountain. War Rock Mountain is the tanky of War Rock, spells and traps included. Or, no. It is the tanky of War Rock monsters. Fortia is the tanky of all cards. And then at the start of the battle phase, if you control no monsters or all monsters you control are warriors, free special 1 War Rock from your hand with a different name amongst the monsters you control. And then if your warrior monster would be killed by battle, send this card to the grave instead. So built-in saving grace, super nice. And then Gyarados, on the other hand, the reason why I say he's super different amongst the War Rocks is if an Earth Warrior monster is normal summoned to your field, free special from your hand. You know, ironically enough, this card exactly fits the criteria in terms of doing some Amazoness strats. Rota target, free special, assuming if you normal summon one of the Amazoness, and on top of that, special Offerman Soul, searchable Offerman Soul, but at the same time, we have too many strat lineups involving this card. And other than that, that is literally every single card covered for War Rocks. Normals to Fortia, and hard passes. Fires off Awakening Spell, normal Asa, drawn to Hita, special Renryu over Fortia for 4, 2450 Asa, and of course the 2 set. Feather Duster. Set normal to Orpus because no monsters at all. On attack deck of Orpus, Partnership Spanish, grab the Awakening Spell. Opponent takes 350 and then War Rock player is scooped. And this next matchup, looking at this hand, I'd say we are doing okay. One set, it could be literally anything in this universe. Normal liner, special to animals of earth and water. Exige Shoken into Photon Paper Operative. If you never saw this super old card of an Exige, this card was played by me during day one of Master Duel, as well as normal/rare events, and she is literally the best card in the extra deck to take care of set cards or defense monsters. So if you never saw Photon Paper Operative or forgot what she does, here's how she works. Once per turn, detach one, target one defense monster anywhere on the field, including mine, change it to face-up attack, and if you do, it loses 600 attack. Let's see what we're working with. You have got to be freaking kidding me. Morphing Jar number 2 in 2023. What on earth is this? Shuffle all monsters on the field to the deck, so basically all of them finna get shuffled back. And then each player excavate cards from the top of their deck until they excavate the same number of monsters they shuffle into their main deck. So basically, Paper Operative does not count, and we both get one excavation each in terms of the top decks. Okay, that makes sense. And then special summon all excavated level 4 or lower monsters in face down defense. Also send the remaining cards to the graveyard. You know, at least that helps me get my Paper Operative back to the extra deck in case of future reuse. Oh wow. Ironically enough, in this deck, we literally only play 1 gigabyte, and the very first excavation was gigabyte. So basically this does nothing for me. Yo, Shatterfoil Gameciel, that's nice. But sadly, Gameciel is level 8, and then 1 set. Morphing Jar number 2 in 2023. What ridiculousness does this? Trickstar Festival, get 2 Trickstar tokens. 2 tokens into, whoa, Holly Angel. Carbane activates. Breakthrough skill on Holly Angel, just so that I am not taking any effect damage for the rest of the turn, as well as getting the boost. Carbane over Gigabyte. Gigabyte, special Renryu. Holly Angel over Renryu. Renryu, getting the Gigabyte back. Nefarious activates. Kill Gigabyte. Special it out. Gigabyte get Nefarious. And this was second copy of Renryu so far. Normal to win. Exige Shoken via wins into Chidori. Mandatory effect. Detach effect. Put Angel back. Chidori go up into Drill Driver. Drill Driver over Carbane, and there's the honest. Drill Driver, revive Lina, and I think we got the line. 2 together for Reaper. Reaper, revive Gigabyte. Reaper and Gigabyte for area link, just so that we can steal that Shatterfoil Gameciel. Reaper getting partnerships. Unfortunately, before area gets to that Gameciel, Trickstar player scooped. And this next matchup, looking at this hand, I think we're doing okay. And more importantly, no extra deck alert. So that means Monarchs, True Dracos, or Exodia top. Actually, no. It can't be Exodia. It can't be Exodia because the headpiece is banned. No win con. So it's it has to be either Monarchs or True Dracos. Then set 1 and a hard pass. Spirit Charmers, ditch Hida, grabs Unpossessed and Partnership set because we already got the spell. Activate it. Normal area. Drawn to the Renryu. Special the animals of Fire and Wind. The 2 animals into Photon Pepper Operative. Pepper Operative. I cannot believe I am actually helping out my opponent getting the free search off from Jiangxi. So most cases up against Ghost Tricks. So what level 1 Ghost Trick is my opponent willing to grab? Ghost Trick Mary. Most cases Bloody Mary. Pepper Operative over Jiangxi, and then Area Direct. There's the Jack Frost. Or most cases about Ghost Trick Mary in hand, that would be Bloody Mary. And then the 1 set. There's the Great Cobra. Cobra attacks my Pepper Operative. And this is the big brain strat that I'm actually going to do. I already knew for that fact that Cobra is trying to steal my Pepper Operative, but based on this scenario, it really didn't matter about Cobra is going to attack something, just so that Cobra is going to steal one of my cards, proceed to do more attacks to it. So this is the big brain strat that I'm going to do. Partnerships, revive the Hida, but before Hida comes back, flip the Unpossessed. Kill my Pepper Operative, so that you're not gonna steal it for flipping use. Gets the Dark. And drew into Spirit Charmers. Oh, by the way, the reason why I chose not to kill Cobra, because if I do that off from the Gradle trap, or like if it gets killed by battle, or off from a trap effect, and all Gradles be killed by monster effect off from Eagle, spell from Gator, and then Cobra for traps. Hence why I chose not to kill Cobra off from the Partnerships trap, because he'll end up stealing one of my monsters. So Cobra attacks or crashes. Cobra takes Dark. Dark over area. Spirit Charmers. Ditch Reaper. Grabs Win. Sending the Partnerships once again. Normal to win. Exige Shokan via Spellcasters into Downer Magician. Now, when it comes to Downer Magician as an old card, in case people forgot about what she does, aside from the Zeus material thing, we're actually going to discuss Downer Magician as an actual monster effect. So, not counting the main phase 2 summoning, extra 200 attack for each material attached to it. So, with the help of the Awakening spell, so 25, and then the boost, so she'll be at 28 minimum. And then if Downer attacks a defense monster, pierce battle damage, and then after damage calc, detach 1. And Downer Magician is going to mass murder the face down monsters. 27 damage. There's the Bloody Mary. Summons out the Witch. Witch is your Book of Moon. Only on your turn, though. There's the Spectre. Most cases, Ghost Trick monster gets killed. Special Spectre face down, draw one. So, Witch and Spectre. Flips up Witch. You're not gonna Book of Moon my Downer Magician. Partnerships, kill off Witch. Awakening spell, draw one. Set a monster, and then 2 set. And then Ghost Trick players scoop, not knowing I have Downer Magician, Pierce battle damage for game. Alright, so following in this 2-part matchup, looking at this hand, I'd say we're doing well. 3 sets, and then passes. Activate Harpy's Feather Duster. Blessed, Humid, and Dried Wind. So apparently up against the Romages, and it is wild. So, Bless wins. Activate one of those effects. Send a plant from hand or face up field to the graveyard, gain 500. Target one plant monster in your graveyard, shuffle it into the deck, then gain 500, and then pay 1,000 life, special one aroma from the graveyard. Humid wins. Pay 1,000, add an aroma monster from deck to hand, life points is lower, gain 5. And then, if you gain life off from Dried Winds, target one face up monster your opponent controls, kill it. If you control an aroma and your life points is at least 3,000 higher than your opponent's, pay life points equal to the difference. Destroy face-up monsters your opponent controls whose combined attack is less than or equal to the life points you pay to activate this. Normal Ren Ryu gets in for 15. Set 1. And in fairness, hard opening that Feather Duster, I don't blame my opponent for losing out 3 back row that literally does nothing based on the board state. So we basically tried again to play a real game this time because ironically, all I can say is this has gone way too well. And no, the crossplay is not off. It is extreme diverse. So we ran into each other once again, and this hand, by the way, I'd say it's fine. Set a monster and set a back row. Normal's Hida. Hida over Kananga. While your life points is higher, face up monsters your opponent controls lose 500 attack and defense. And then if you gain life, target one spell trap your opponent controls, put it back to the hand. Set another card. Normal summon Wind. Wind, Hida. And I'm pretty much guessing that same Aromage player didn't get the right hands the way he wanted to see. But you know, in fairness, I don't blame you. But other than that, that does it for part 2 of this themed Chronicle event. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit that notification bell to keep yourself constantly updated. And I'll catch you guys part 3 of Themed Chronicles.